Good morning, friends, and welcome back to another edition of Language Arts with Mr. Westman. We're going to go over your tasks for today. I'm going to remind you about the LALive we have today, where we discuss character traits and characterization. I also want to discuss the idea that Kevin put forward in the first few chapters of this book, the idea that remembering is just an invention of the mind. Your tasks for today: you need to read for 20 minutes. You need to make sure you watch this video right here. You need to read chapters 1 through 3 and complete the reading check for chapters 1 through 3. Remember, that is a puzzle piece on Schoology. You can do it whenever you are ready. All right, friends, enough hesitation. Let's jump into it. Remembering. So I read somewhere that remembering is like copying a tape or a CD, if you guys know what that is. Each time you make a copy, it isn't perfect. Tiny errors find their way in. And if you make enough copies of copies, it gradually looks less and less like the original. When you remember the past, you never remember it perfectly. And each time you do, you are remembering a slightly different version. So like Kevin says, remembering is an invention of the mind. I can remember when I was 2, but can I? Or do I just remember what people told me about when I was 2, and my mind created all the images and sounds and feelings around it? Some of you remember turning in assignments you never did because you wanted to. You thought about doing it, and then your mind just told you did because your mind wanted to go back to doing nothing. The question is, how will you remember these past few months? Will your mind focus on the negatives, the hardships, the difficult times, or will you remember the positives? Now you know that you are in control of your memories. You can remember this experience the way you want to, and how you remember it will likely dictate how you respond to similar situations in the future. The past, present, and future are yours to do with what you will. Will you make the best of them, or let them best you? Hopefully, you choose the former. You have been a wonderfully attentive audience, so quiet and serene. Thanks again, and as always, be happy, stay healthy, and let's continue to make some history. Cheers.